Definitely a bit wild up here, but it's hailing almost a little bit. It is so cold. If you can't already tell, I am back out in the Lake District. And if you also can't tell, it's pretty cold today. There's literally frost and ice on the floor. It's about 0 or 1 degrees right now. But I'm going to be pushing myself tonight. I'm doing a 2-day wild camp. It's definitely going to get down below freezing. I'll be camping over 2,000 feet. So I should be in the minuses for the first time ever. Should be pretty interesting. Over the 2 days, or 2/3 days, I'm going to be doing about 7,000 feet of ascent. I think it's about 18 miles, like map miles. So it's going to be a fair walk. I've got 2 really nice camp spots, I think. Hopefully they work out. Here we go, this looks like our turning off and the start of our climbing. So because I'm coming for 2 days, I've got like a lot more food than usual. I've probably even brought too much food. I've got like kilograms of the stuff. I've not got any camping meals or anything like that. I've got actual food, so you can just imagine I've probably got like 3-4 kilograms just of food. And to make things just a little bit harder, yesterday I thought I'll give my toenails a quick trim because I'm going on a walk, don't want them to be sore. Literally had the opposite effect. Managed to trim too much of my big toenail off, so it's a bit sore already. I'm hoping it doesn't cause too many problems. What a lovely morning it is. Bit of sun out, frost on the ground. Absolutely beautiful. Not even 10 minutes in and that was like blood. Not sure what it's from, but hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. Don't know how much of a path this is, more like a sheep track really, but it cuts me off the corner, saves me a bit of time. You can see in valley over there, over Derwent water, bit of cloud, it's just covered in cloud really. You can see a tiny bit of cloud just starting to rise up to Cat Bells. That cloud on there is probably some of the strangest cloud I've ever seen, if that's what it is. It's like almost like zigzagging. At parts on here, it's definitely pretty frosty, almost a bit icy, like the ground is pretty hard and a bit slippy in places. What a great view it is from here though. That cloud's nearly disappeared over Derwent water now, it's just like a light mist. My toenails give me a tiny bit of pain. I can imagine it's not going to be nice on day 2 and especially day 3 coming back down, but I'll just have to get on with it, won't I? It's my own fault. Look at these clouds behind me though that are rolling over Skiddaw. I'm hoping they don't come over here because that'll definitely make it feel a bit colder. At the moment though, I'm pretty warm because I'm going uphill. I love the look of it when it just hugs onto the mountains and like it's like a hat for the mountain almost. I thought, oh, I've come quite a way, so I'm probably nearly up there. This is probably the top. Bit foolish of me. All the way up there. So I've had a couple of false summits. I think this one might be the summit of Barrow though. Is it gonna be? Maybe not quite, to be honest. It might be just a tiny bit further. There you go, this is how cold it is. Oh, that was a silly idea, wasn't it? But yeah, it's not fully really hard ice, but definitely iced over a bit. This looks a bit harder, doesn't it? Yeah, here's pretty solid. I'm like a kid smashing all this ice, aren't I? Don't know what it is, it's just such a nice feeling when you smash ice. I would say we are at the summit of Barrow. I think it's about 450 metres, but it is kind of like dwarfed a little bit by the other ones surrounding it. It's one of the lowest ones kind of in this immediate area. Is that an attempt at a summit cairn potentially? Not bad views looking down there, all the way down over Derwent water, over to Keswick, and it looks like that cloud just started coming over Skiddaw and then just got stuck on there, so hopefully it stays that way. One thing I didn't realise is my next summit is that one. I think I'm pointing at the right one. I didn't realise I have to go so far down to go back up. I don't know how someone has managed to get a bike along here. Fair play to you. You would not catch me on a bike going over something like that. Even carrying a bike over that's not easy. You could just roll down there. Honestly, some people are crazy, aren't they? Look, there's tyre tracks like here. That's crazy. So peaceful right now. There isn't a single other soul in sight, I don't think. Gonna stay the stream trickling down the valley down there. Oh, this is what I love about coming by myself. It is just so relaxing, it really is. So this is where I take my turn off to head up to Outerside. And it looks pretty steep, but it's clouded over a bit, so I'm kind of glad that I've got a hill because it'll keep me warm. You can see over to Barrow, the first summit. Some of the clouds started to lift off Skiddaw, which is a good sign, because hopefully all this will shift and I'll get a bit of blue sky before the sun goes down. But right now we've got to tackle this, which looks pretty steep. Definitely steep going up this. Like, I've not come that far, already out of breath. Literally only come from like there. But slow and steady, and I'll just plod my way up there. Oh, this is killing my legs off coming up here. Wow, definitely a bit slippy coming up some of this stuff. Shingly, but then also like wet rocks that are making it a bit slippy. Hoping this is now the top here. So no surprises there, it wasn't the top. I'm hoping it's just up this hill. It's so hard to point in the right place when you're looking at yourself through the camera, but I'm hoping it's just there. There we go, I think I'm finally at the summit of Outerside. I think it's around 550 metres if I'm remembering correctly. As you can see, it's pretty mixed conditions behind. I'm nearly in the cloud, just stood here, but it feels good to get to this summit. I think I've got 2 more today, but in between me and the next summit is a huge drop down into this valley and then rise back up there somewhere. It is a long drop down here, I can't remember exactly where it is. The positive is though, at least there's a waterfall, so I'll go check that out on the way up if I can. At least it's broken up a tiny bit just where I'm going, so you can see I go up there and wiggle my way up there. That's Outerside all the way up there, so I've come down a bit already. Still got a whole lot to go, honestly. It is going to be a pull going up this next bit, but what's a wild camp if you don't have a little bit of challenge? Right, I'm down to the lowest point, so now you can forget all the complaining because now I'm actually here. It's just beautiful, it really is. Look at that. Got that waterfall coming down there, you've got that huge waterfall, like, what is that, over 100 feet, toppling down off the cliffs. Yeah, now I'm down here. It's just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, I'm probably going to have my lunch down here because it's probably like 12:30, 1 o'clock now. And I've got something new to try out. I got it for about, I think, £9 from Go Outdoors. It's a new camping stool because my old one were just like a bit heavy or rubbish. It were only a £5. This one should be slightly better. I think it weighs like 300 grams and it's got like 4 legs. I'm hoping it doesn't sink into the floor as much as the other one. So I'll get it out and show you it. Oh, that is heavy today. So there we go, it's just this X-Lite stool that comes in this little bag. It's not too big. Slide it out. That's what it looks like now it's out. Just got to find somewhere flat to put it. Just folds out. As you can see, it's only small, tiny, but it's better than sitting on the floor, isn't it? Let's see how it goes. Yeah, honestly, it looks like it's going to break, but it's not, I promise. Oh yeah, that's much better than my other one. Really nice. Definitely happy with that. Right, let's get some lunch because I'm starving. Just sat there for like 10 minutes eating my lunch and my hands are cold. Like, that breeze is definitely cold and I'm only at 1,000 feet and it's the middle of the day. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I'm 2,300 feet in the middle of the night. It could definitely be a bit chilly. It's going to be into the minuses for the first time ever, so I'm hoping I'm warm enough. This is the size of my food bag. That is like bigger than my head. Like, how's that food gonna fit in me? maybe I brought a little bit too much. Right, let's pack all this up and then get going because I'm getting a bit chilly. Definitely both really nice falls. This might be kind of the best view I'm going to get of it because when I'm at the side of it you probably won't be able to see over to it. Cloudy up there though. Looks like the sun's trying to come out. Look at this, it's just a big wall of moss that's just dripping, almost like a stream at some points. Goes all the way up there. Never seen so much dripping at once. It's like 1,000 taps that have just not quite been turned off properly. It's a shame. If it were a tiny bit colder, I bet you get loads of really amazing icicles here. That's the first part of that hill done up the side of the waterfall. But just look at the way the river just winds its way down there. It's like such a snake the way it goes down. So interesting how it does that. But we've got this bit to go, which is still a fair way. Then even after that we've got more to go up there. The cloud is just so dramatic now. It's just like patchy, and in some places it's just like fully covered. But when it looks like that up there, where you've just got little bits lingering in the dips in the mountain, it looks so good. Well, I've just had a bit of a nightmare, so I tried to cross this stream behind me. It's maybe flowing a bit more than it usually would because they're a bit tricky. It wouldn't maybe been easy to go up to them rocks, but I was going across these, I stood on one, foot just slipped straight off it. As you can see, I think I've just got away with it. It looks like it's gone to the very top of my boot, but I don't think I've got wet feet. Still not ideal though, get my boots so wet. I'm dying. Literally so tiring coming up there. Honestly, it's looking pretty bleak right now. The forecast literally said like clear. If this is clear then I'm blind. There's even a tiny few drops of rain just coming down, which was definitely not in the forecast, but I guess that's how it is when you're in a place like this. It'll make it a bit more interesting going into the minuses. Possibly a bit of rain, could even end up being snow. It has just gone so gloomy though, absolutely gloomy. So cloudy. I'm hoping I'm going to go over here and see some blue sky that's blowing over, but I don't know how. Hopefully that's actually going to be the reality. What a lovely clear day. Completely in the cloud. It's not really bad at the moment. I can still see, say, 20 feet in front of me, so it's still manageable. The main thing is I don't want much rain / snow. At the moment it's coming down just very lightly, but I don't want to get drenched when I'm doing a 2-day camp. Can't even see a thing. At least that means I can't see how far uphill I've got to go. Got to look for the positives in these situations. Still just very, very cloudy. Light drizzle. It's getting to the point where I'm tempted to put my raincoat on. If not, my fleece will just get drenched and that'll be a struggle to dry it out tomorrow. But I'm just heading into the fog, into the unknown, just hoping that it disappears, but it doesn't look like it's gonna, does it? It's the times like this where you really do have to push yourself. Like the clouds come in, no good views, no views at all. Got this steep hill to go up. Don't even know how much longer it goes on for. Probably a good few hundred more feet, maybe 400. And then I'll have done over 3,000 feet of climbing today. But you know, it's just like all the hard things come at once. It could be nice and sunny and I could just stroll up here, but I've got all this cloud. Definitely tired though now. My legs are starting to get tired. I've done probably 9, nearly 10 mile and pushing 3,000 feet of ascent now. This is definitely the steepest part of the walk. Wow, what a killer. I think I'm nearly up it though. What an absolute killer up here, my god. It's like a scramble mixed with scree. So steep. Oh, it's a bit slippy as well. Wind's picked up a bit frosty on floor. I'm sure if it were clear I'd be able to see Hope Hill Head. I think it's only about 20 or 30 metres higher than this. But this looks like it's going to go down off here. I don't know where this wind's come from either. Definitely a bit wild up here. I'm hoping it's a bit better on the place I'm planning to camp, which is Whiteside. It's probably about 50 metres below where I'm at now. If not, I might have to drop all the way down to Crummock Water and do a stealth camp. But I'll be pushing it for time before the sun goes down if I have to do that. I just did exactly what I didn't want to do. I said I don't want my fleece get too wet. But like it creeps up on you when it's like this because it's windy and it's just carrying a little bit of moisture in it, and you check and you're dry and you're like, oh, it's fine. 5 minutes later you check again and then you're wet, so maybe I should have put my jacket on before. But I think Hopegill Head is somewhere up this way, so let's get up there. So here we go. It's very miserable. It's hailing almost a little bit, but we're at the top of Hopegill Head. I'm going to be so careful because it's so windy here and I can't really see what's what. I'm trying to make sure I don't let my GoPro fly away. We got sheer face off there, I think. Fairly steep looking off here as well. But we're heading down this way. The GoPro turned off in the last clip because it's too cold and it's saying it needs a new battery, but it's got 30%. I bet this is a lovely bridge, but I can't see anything either side of it. It looks pretty sheer off there though. I've never done this route before and I don't think the cloud's helping, but it looks a bit dodgy to me. It is definitely a bit of a dodgy path is this. Bits of hail coming down, slippy rocks, and it's just a very thin path, which with the slippy rocks is a difficult combination. Like, look at that down there. Look at this for a path that I've came down there. There's another little path there. I don't know where that goes, whether that's an easier route round here or, because this looks pretty dodgy to be honest. Little voice break, but yeah, you can see it's a long way down there and a long way down there. I might try kind of work my way through this. Honestly, what a good bridge it is along here. It's cleared up a little bit now so I can actually see something. Even a bit of blue sky there. Maybe that's the worst they've ever done. I'm hoping so. Oh my god, this is a really good ridge. Like, look how far that is down there. Wow, just stood right in between these two valleys. Absolutely incredible. Look how clear it is now. Literally 2 minutes later, fully clear. That is how quick the weather can change up here. You can see all the way down to Crummock Water. I'll be going there tomorrow. Don't know if I'll fancy a swim right now. The prospect of that is just torture because it is so cold. But let's get along here and let's try to find a camping spot. Honestly, that was treacherous coming down there. I could have maybe got to this path down here, but I just thought I don't want to be right next to the edge in case I drop. So I just bum slid all the way down that, like so slowly, but coming out last bit my feet were just slipping like mad. It doesn't look icy, but it's like as slippy as ice nearly. As you can see, there's little bits of frost on the ground here. The sooner I get off this thin ridge the better really. It's only going to get colder. The clouds looking over towards Skiddaw look so dramatic. Look at this, oh wow. The sun will be out soon I'm hoping because it is cold. It is going to be a very, very cold night. Look at that, they're looking down there. Absolutely beautiful. Right, let's carry on along this ridge because I've still got a bit to go. I'm probably only about 40 minutes till sunset. Honestly, I didn't know this ridge was going to be so difficult. Like, it is definitely a bit sketchy. I'm going to try to stick to the paths that avoid over the main bits because it's just like ice on the rocks. You can see where I've come from up there, but like it's so slippy on these rocks, so I just need to stick to these bits. They're a bit more like mud because anything like that is just like so slippy. And the last thing I want to do is roll down there because at best I'll be pretty sore. There we go, it's widened out now, but coming along there that was pretty scary at times, I cannot lie. Look at that, great ridge, really good. Just not today, not when it's this slippy. Look at the cloud over there, sun's starting to set, it's just starting to go a bit yellowy over there. Looks amazing, but I best be quick because here comes the cloud again. Not the one. Since I got this rucksack I've never had really a problem with back pain. A little bit of rubbing on the hips from the hip belt, but today just got a little bit of low backache. My shoulders are hurting a little bit. I think it's just the sheer amount of weight that's in it. There's probably like over 15 kilograms, and also quite a lot of that is on the top, which isn't ideal because I've got all my food at the top and I've got loads of food. Honestly, I keep just getting completely blinded. The cloud comes over, I can't see a thing, and then I get a view and it's just so nice, but I'm hoping it's not too cloudy overnight. What a lovely valley it is down there. Absolutely beautiful. Still pretty slippy underfoot though. I just know I slipped on some grass because it's so short and it would just slippy. I'm hoping not too much further till Whiteside. I think it should only be 5-10 minutes. I mean, I could always just pitch somewhere like this, but I'm going to try to get to the summit and then have a look there. So I believe this is possibly the summit of Whiteside. There we go. Whew, not a bad day's work. Now I've just got to find a spot. Ideally I want a spot looking over Crummock Water because it's just one of my favourite places in Lake District, Crummock Water, Buttermere. Look at the sun just peeking out there. Looks mental. I could go here if it comes to it. Let's have a quick look off here though. Oh, it's just, I love it down there. Absolutely love it. It's such a nice area. So that'll be where I'll be going tomorrow morning. But first, got to find a camping spot up here. Let's be careful on here because it is slippy. Wow. I don't dare go much closer than this, but look at that for some dramatic scenery. Just amazing though, all them little ridges coming up. Absolutely incredible scenery. The sun is trying to make an appearance. It really is. Right, camping spot. Oh, it's just so lumpy here. So lumpy. Look how good it looks here. Like there's just cloud rolling over. The sun's trying its best to break through. It's nearly through. Looks absolutely incredible. Wow. I might pitch somewhere around here. I've come down a bit off the top. Might be a little bit more sheltered here. Oh my god, that's just beautiful. It really is. It's a bit lumpy, but my sleeping mat will get rid of all them lumps. Oh wow, you just cannot beat it, can you? You cannot beat it. Alright guys. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they were going to come right over it. It's just been staring at me and then walking towards me. Well, that scared them away. Look at that. That's just so unique. I've never seen the sun really like that. Absolutely incredible. Right, let's get this tent up. I've just stopped there and they're just staring at me. I feel like they're kind of like territorial with me camping here. There you go, all up. Managed to do it before it got dark as well, which is good. Pretty nice pitch spot. You can just see Crummock water down there. Fairly happy that I've got it up. It's a bit high off the floor, but then again it is a free season tent, so it's never going to be fully to the floor. But yeah, hopefully I'll survive the night in it. It could get down to -2, 3, 4, 5, who knows, could get pretty cold. A bit windy, but I'm hoping it won't get much windier than this. But that is going to be my shelter for the night. So I'm going to get inside and get all my stuff inside sorted. Right, I'm fully sorted out inside now. I've got my little chair. I'm scared that's going to blow away. Please don't blow away while I'm just showing the inside. But it's a bit messy in here at the moment. But I've got my sleeping mat up, my sleeping bag, if you can even see it. OEX Leviathan EV900 and the Neo X-Therm by Thermarest for the sleeping mat. Hopefully I'll stay warm. This will be the coldest I've ever taken, both of them. So it should be a good test. It's going to be like in the minuses, definitely. It feels pretty cold right now. But for now, I'm going to sit on my little new chair and just look at the view. Enjoy it before it goes fully dark. And also I brought myself a little bit of Malibu just for the 2 nights, so I'll have a bit of it tonight. So if you can't tell by my hood being fully up, it's pretty cold. It's the wind. The wind is just like bitterly cold. It's mostly just my fingers that are cold really. But I've just been watching the sun go down. But I'll tell you what, it's so interesting just to watch the clouds, the way like new ones just come floating across and ones get stuck to mountains. Like as I say that, like I start to get covered in cloud right in front of me. I've got my water boiling away. I'm just gonna have mash with sausage and beans, but it is so cold. Like my toes are a bit chilly. That's why I'm having my tea at like just after 5 o'clock, which is pretty early, and then I'm going to get my sleeping bag and warm my feet. But it's like so cloudy. I don't know if you probably can't see a thing, but all I can see is just like cloud moving right across the front of my face, literally like stroking my forehead. I checked a while ago and when I checked it were about 1 degree, but it's been a good 45 minutes since then, so I reckon it's nearly 0. Even just look at this rock here, you can see it's starting to get a bit shiny, it's starting to ice over a little bit. Gonna be a fun night. There you go, look at that. That is like a perfect meal for me. I love sausage and beans and I love mash, so I'm going to really enjoy this. I'm just trying to use it to warm up my feet a little bit because my feet are absolutely freezing. So it's about 9:15 now and I've got to go do the worst activity when camping when it's cold. Go outside for a wee. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But let's get out there and get it done. Obviously you can't see because the GoPro is rubbish, but wow, the stars tonight look amazing. That's the one benefit of coming out for a wee. Just getting to look at all the stars there is absolutely hundreds, thousands, but it is freezing. So here's the tent. As you can see, it is pretty frozen, but yeah, it is cold. It is very cold. All the floors are pretty shiny. It don't feel that hard. Definitely chilly. Can't believe how good the stars look though. Wow, honestly incredible. If it wasn't so cold, I'd sit out here and look at them for a good few hours, but it is freezing, so I'm going to quickly have a wee and then get back at the tent. So you can see the full inside of the tent has started to get iced over. I've got my temperature thing. It's made for water, but I think it should still work out of water. We're currently at -3.4. Honestly, getting out and having that little walk about for 2 minutes looking at the stars, that's kind of made me feel a lot warmer now. I've got back in, so I think that was kind of a good thing to do. Although it was definitely very uncomfortable in the moment. So me, being the idiot that I am, I've been laid on my sleeping mat for like a good 4 or 5 hours. And I was thinking like it does feel a bit chilly. Like it shouldn't really though, because it's like the best R rating you can get. It's like 7 R rating. And then I realised when I got out and got back in, like I didn't have it pumped up fully. It's like it just wasn't, like when I sat on it, it was just like condensing down, like nearly touching the floor. So I pumped it up and now it's just perfectly fine. So good job I checked that, because if not I would have been sleeping a little chilly. But I thought I'd quickly just show you all the food that I brought, and now I'm looking at it, I know I've definitely just gone overkill. So I had the mash and then also the sausage and beans that I had for tea tonight. Earlier today I ate a sandwich that I brought, and then also I had a piece of chocolate brownie. And then I've got everything here, so I'll show you what I've got. So we've got cocktail sausages. I had some of them at my lunch today, so they're like half eaten. A full pack of 5 of these Cadbury's brunch bars. I've never had them before, but I thought that looks something good to take camping, so I picked them up. We've got a full pack of cookies. 5 chocolate chip cookies, 2 sausage rolls, that's my lunch tomorrow, another piece of chocolate brownie because I just love the stuff, some sliced chorizo. I don't really know why I got this, but I'm sure I'll eat it at some point. Some wraps to go with my tea tomorrow. There is loose sausages, I'm going to eat them because I couldn't seal up the pack properly, so they're falling out. Carrying on, a full pack of cheese twists, a bag of couscous. It's not full, but I probably won't even use any of that, to be honest, looking at how much I've got. A tiny tin of sweet corn. I don't know when I'm going to use that. I might use it, I might not, who knows. Pack of waffles for breakfast. I was disappointed they did not have the chocolate ones. What a joke. I love my chocolate. Hot chocolates, coffee's in there. I might have a hot chocolate before I go to bed tonight. And then my main tea tomorrow, spaghetti bolognese that my mum made. It's just the same thing I had the other week when I went camping. It went down well, so I'll have that with some wraps. So that's everything there. I'm pretty sure I have too much. Well, you live and you learn, don't you? I'll know to bring less next time. I just found another thing as well, which I brought a very small pack of beef jerky because it's so expensive, but I like it and it's so small, so might as well bring it. And somewhere I have a really small Mars bar as well. -3 degrees out in the middle of nowhere. Lovely sky full of stars, absolutely amazing. Frosty ground. Is there anything better than a hot chocolate? There really isn't. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully it's not too warm. I don't want to burn myself, do I? Oh, that is just glorious. It really is just such a treat having a hot chocolate before bed. Right, so it's about 11 o'clock. The wind from earlier has just completely died down, so should be a pretty good night's sleep. I feel pretty toasted, to be honest, to say it's like -3, -4 degrees. But yeah, it's been a bit of an adventure today. Up in the cloud, in the hail, coming down that slippery ridge. Were a bit scary, but I made it in one piece. That's the main thing, isn't it? Anyway, I'll catch you all in the morning. Good night. Right, so I'm up. It's about 7:30 now. I had an alright sleep. I woke up probably more times than usual, but I wasn't too cold. That's the main thing. I had like a little bit of chill just creeping in, but that was probably just because I wasn't fully zipped in my sleeping bag. So yeah, it just goes to show that this sleeping bag can go pretty cold, because it was definitely -3, maybe even -4 or 5 last night. But I probably wouldn't take it much colder. Right, let's have a look outside. So icy is the tent, see what we're dealing with. Alright, it looks not bad, to be honest. I mean, it's frosty up here, definitely. GoPro battery's playing up again. They do not like the cold. There we go. That's not bad, is it? Looks pretty good. I would go up that hill and have a look, but I'm going to have some breakfast first and then get ready. There you go, that's how the pitch is looking. It is so cold. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it warming up. What a nice pitch, though. You can just see the lake down there. I'm going to go up here and see if there's any sort of sunrise. But yeah, fully iced over. Doesn't look a bad morning though, does it? And we're heading down there today, which could be a bit of a struggle this morning because it's going to be very slippy. Right, let's go see if there's a sunrise. I think that's the best I'm getting just because of the position of the sun. It's behind the big mountains, but it still looks beautiful. It is absolutely freezing. It's the wind more than anything. It really is cold. It's going to be the way I'm going down though. Anyway, let's get back to the tent. There you go, you can see me just down there. Not a bad spot, is it? I love it in the morning when the sun comes over and starts hitting the mountains. Just looks absolutely lovely. I think I'm going to be waiting a while for the sun to come up. I was hoping it'd come up and then I could get a bit of this ice melted off my tent, but I can't wait around all day, can I? There you go, sun is fully up. Still absolutely freezing though. That sun just isn't helping as much as I'd have liked it to, really. I'm nearly packed up, so I just need to take my tent down, then I'm done. And then we're heading down here, all the way around that lake. It's going to be pretty good. That's the tent looking from the other side. And over there, them hills you can see, they're just near that low-lying cloud. That is actually Scotland. I know I said about going for a swim, but it's not happening, is it? It's really not happening unless it gets way warmer. I think I might actually just, it'll be like dangerous to do it. I won't be able to get warm again. But let's get packed up and get going. Right, so that's me packed all the way. Obviously, leave no trace. No trace, no case. The only trace I have left is this tent-sized footprint where my tent was. But that's fine. So on we go down here. Hopefully it's not too slippy going down here.